population that is immune to misinformation and self-hate in those perpetrated by detectors. And the war veterans should be well resourced for them to deploy an effective and active in commenting and commissariat program for intensive mobilization activities in preparation of the 2023 harmonized elections. Retired security personnel to be incorporated in the War Veterans Wing in order to keep the wing functional. I'm happy about that. The retired. Noting the direction of the Second Republic and improving the economic performance of the country with emphasis on resuscitation of industries, intensified agricultural productivity, massive infrastructural development in all sectors through the implementation of National Development Strategy 1, after successfully transforming from the Transitional Stabilization Program, and after taking cognizance of the need for war veterans to be part of the economic empowerment train which seeks to leave no one and no place behind. The war veterans ought to be given equal opportunity in the various economic sectors with the view of uplifting their socio-economic standards and that of their families. Facilitation should be made for war veterans to have ease of access to capital finance from the banking institutions, whereby government should be called upon to offer guarantees where the much demanded collateral is not available. The party should engage government for establishment of War Veterans Bank as part of the economic empowerment agenda. The party directs government to accord, and I repeat that, party directs government to accord qualified children of war veterans opportunities to access employment and other empowerment facilities in recognition of the crucial role and sacrifices made by their parents. The party engages government in order to establish a court for war veterans in mining to facilitate access to capital machinery. The party, through government, should seriously monitor operations of the local authorities to ensure that residents are protected against the deteriorating service provisions by the opposition invested in urban councils. The party directs government to religiously enforce the indigenization policy with a particular emphasis on ensuring that the retail sector should be reserved for indigenous Zimbabweans, while the informal sector should be regularized to allow Zimura to collect taxes and contribute to the national fiscus. The war veterans should be considered for appointment to government boards and commissions, such as the Anti-Corruption Commission, and utilize their security skills in preservation of the country's interests and integrity against opportunistic elements. The war veterans appreciate the many initiatives made by ZANU-PF government towards attaining to the welfare issues affecting the former combatants and recognize the effects made towards according decent burial sites for departed comrades in the provinces and at national level. The party engages government to ensure that pursuant to the 20% land quota, war veterans should not only access land, but the process thereto should be vastly simplified. Ndizvo chaizvo kungowana minda pasina chekubetsera pamuda pacho zvinonetsa. The party directs government to ensure that war veterans receive sustainable remuneration so as to insert the war veterans against inflationary pressures. The party directs that relevant government department be capacitated to specifically deal with matters of identifying those veterans who died during the liberation struggle, but have not yet been recognized through according necessary benefits of the surviving family. The party engages government regarding the upgrading of provincial heroes' shrines. The party engages the relevant authorities to intensify the process of identification of all remaining sites where deceased combatants were buried in shallow graves, inside and outside the country, with objective of offering decent final resting places for the comrades, so as to appease their restless spirits accordingly. Muchaenda kuvatora wamakafusira ku Mozambique. Access to the full cover health facilities for all veterans should be availed through special medical and schemes that full cater for their needs, unlike the current system where the available facilities may not be able to cover certain conditions, and where constantly members are forced to pay additional fees to top up an existing schemes. It is proposed that the party should advocate for the establishment of memorial hospitals for all veterans at district, provincial, and national levels. Serious consideration should be made for extension of appropriate medical attention to the vulnerable members, that is the women, the youth, and the disabled, and the old-aged. A facility should be introduced to allow...
Paris no regai timbo mina ya endera mberi nekunzwa musangano uri kuitwa.
The Petra, war veterans, war collaborators, and war veterans cadres to avoid disgruntlement ahead of the 2023 harmonized elections. The war veterans' pensions should not be static, but should be pegged as the equivalent of a salary scale in the civil service, so that the government does not have to constantly review the amounts. Government should honor its promises and dates, as well as enforce its own rights against the war veterans and their dependents amicably without resorting to litigation. Pensions should not be reduced upon the death of the member in order to cater the surviving spouse and dependents. Spouses of war veterans who passed away unvetted should benefit through declaration forms. The war veterans must set up liberation award memorials and monuments in every district in order to preserve the memory of the liberation struggle and ultimate sacrifice by the veterans. Having recognized that one of the primary objectives for waging the liberation struggle was for the indigenization Zimbabweans to reclaim their land, which was seized by the white colonial settlers, having acknowledged the historic process which culminated into the agrarian reform program, which gave back land to original owners, and after appreciating the need to fully utilize the land to enhancing economic and social prosperity. All the benefits of the land reform program should fully utilize the land, and that those without capital should be allocated land commissariat with their ability, while the downside land is allocated to those still on the waiting list. The 20% allocation for all veterans should be implemented without any reservations. And this facility should be extended to benefit also children of war veterans, while adequate legal protection should be accorded to surviving spouses of war veterans on resettlement land. Government should speed up the processing of the 99-year basis for A2 land, 25-year leases for A1 as proclaimed, and give preference to the land occupied by the war veterans, while consideration should be made to exempt the comrades from paying land taxes or allow for them to pay functions. Tingabhadhara minda yatakarukira kuti sunungure. The 20% quota allocation for war veterans should be considered when allocating land for trading purposes, particularly in urban areas where land for agricultural production is not available, and councils to be compelled to craft friendly bylaws that promote regulated trading instead of the draconian system where informal traders are dispossessed their wares will-nil. And the party should influence government to reconsider the sensitivity matter whereby fertile agricultural land is being transformed into residential areas. This may pose a serious threat to the nation's food security and geographical set up, since most of the land would be turned into urban areas instead of rural areas, should be developed to curb rural to urban migration. The land owned by the war veteran should be considered for land taxes exemption. Comrade President, I would like to say this is the end of our resolution.
Allow me now to thank the
towards ensuring that Zimbabwe attains the vision of a modern, industrialized, prosperous, and empowered upper middle income economy. And this, all of us have a part to play. I call upon you all to stay true to the cause of our liberation struggle, its ideals and aims, as well as the objectives of our mass party, ZANU-PF. When we fought the armed struggle, we wanted to liberate our country. We did not fight the liberation struggle so that we dominate others. The mandate before you further demands a greater sense of agency, selflessness, and a sense of responsibility. You must consider yourselves individually and collectively as masters of the destiny of our country. The people outside there, the population outside there, the people we liberated, look to you for vision. Because you showed vision by sacrificing your lives to fight and dying for your country. Therefore, the people expect you to show solid and unflinching, correct line leadership. I'm aware that as war veterans, these values are embedded in your DNA, which you proved during the execution of the protracted armed liberation struggle. I know fully well that with you, no challenge is insurmountable. No situation is hopeless, and no enemy is too great. Ndombokudzai imwe story yakaitika 1964 patakatanga kupinda muno tabva kuChina. Takasvika pano umwe musha yakanga ichiri Fort Victoria kunonzi kumashoko mission somewhere. Takasvika pano umwe musha taive vatatu vacomrades, tangove 3. Ndokuona kuti pamusha apo pakaungana vanhu, ndikafunga kuti hapana pane chikafu. Ndokusiya zvinhu zvedu kusango, ndobva tasvika paimwiwa pane doro rendari. Saka vaikoko patakasvika, tsika yavo ndoti kana vaenzi vasvika vanokupa chonzi chidhuvhani chenzwisa. Saka takapuwa chidhuvhani chenzwisa chedoro iroro. Zvikanzi muri vana vevhu, tikati tiri vana vevhu. Hai, zvakanaka, garai. Changoti garei, pakabuya ndege yaipfuura zvaina mudenga ichipfuura. Umwe murume akanga agere ipapo ndobva atarira, zvikati mati muri makomrades? Tikati zvikanzi onai varungu vari kufamba nomudenga, imwi kana kugadzira tsono hamugoni, morwa nevarungu. Ngoda kurwa nevarungu vafamba nomudenga, imwe hamugoni kugadzira tsono. Takaramba takanyarara. Umwe ndobva ati iwe, hazvinei kuti varungu vanofamba nemudenga, tinovarwisa chete tichakunda. Ndobva vatanga kudini? Kupikidzana. Vopikidzana paya, pane danda rakadaiso. Padanda paya panga pane drum rine mvura rakaradzikwa pamusoro pedanda vachikutura mvura so. Ndokutanga kurovana. Saka uye akanga ati ona kandega akapingwa nedanda riya ndokuwira pasi. Aitsigira revolution ndobva agara pati ndoriyezhezha. Ndoriyezhezha. So that's why I'm saying there is no challenge which is insurmountable. Takavarova nendege dzavo. I know you are fearless and can achieve victory against odds. That is just who we are as veterans of the liberation struggle. Hence, I know that this War Veterans League will be trailblazers as the force of the past, power of the present, and inspiration for the future. So that our nation accelerates the realization of our vision, the target which we have put for ourselves, Vision 2030. As the structures of the League proceed henceforth to execute its programs, projects, and activities, I urge you to remember and equally instill among our young people in the Youth League the disciplinary ethos encapsulated in our enduring wartime song, Nzira Zemasoja. This is more so in our fight against corruption and other excesses. I'm happy that in your resolutions you address the issue of corruption. The rich value system and the morals that saw us wage a protracted armed struggle must be revisited, and you, our veterans, are best suited to help our party and the nation to realize this vision. Riding on the organization philosophy, Musangano Kumasel, Kanaku village, I exhort you to collaborate and work closely with other wings towards ensuring that our revolutionary party has comprehensive structures which are constituted by active members who are registered as voters. ZANU-PF is the only party which fought for the liberation and democracy of this country through you, our war veterans. We are the only party in this country, and I repeat, and you listen. We are the only party in this country with the people-centered policies, programs, and projects. We are the party which is delivering a better quality of life that is leaving no one and no place behind. Step by step, brick upon brick, stone upon stone, we build our Zimbabwe. All the people of our great country are welcome in ZANU-PF. Tose tinokwana muhomwe ZANU-PF. No person, no place should be left behind, comrades. Let us have our people join ZANU-PF. Just as it takes iron to sharpen iron, it is our duty as the war veterans to complement efforts that ensure all party members, new and old alike, are ideologically well-grounded, patriotic and loyal. Only then can we successfully unite the country under our revolutionary mass party. There is no option to that. It is our burden to do it and leave a legacy to those who come after us. vasingazive abangaziyo. Correct. All the leagues of our party must be politically agile and versatile. Being stagnant is not an option, but instead adapt and evolve, taking into account the present socio-economic realities. To this end, the modernization approaches and the strategies in our grassroots mobilization work should be further improved. This is important, especially as we are facing detractors who are crafty, devious, and desperate to destabilize our country and divide our people for their own ends. Our detractors must never, never, ever be allowed a foothold in any part of our country. We are a unitary state. Every inch is ours. The party, and in particular, you, the war veterans, have the onus to be vigilant and be alert to protect our democracy. We were not given democracy, we fought for it. So, those who want to teach other people democracies should not come to Zimbabwe. Comrades, ZANU-PF is the People's Party. Let us all exercise our respective mandates and functions with the people of this great country at the center, as the center of our programs. We must be servant leaders who always work side by side with the grassroots. The people are to us what water is to the fish. We must be one with the people and stay with them, explaining the party policies and programs, as well as mobilizing them to implement projects that will lift them out of poverty into prosperity right from the world level. Riding on the collective knowledge and experience you possess as war veterans, drawn from the hurdles we had overcome during the armed struggle, I also call upon you to remain wary and to reject tendencies that divide the people and our party. We should guard. We should guard. There is no room for selfish individualism or the advancement of the interests of a ZANU-PF person. ZANU-PF haikwani muhomwe yomunhu. ZANU-PF haina munhu. MuZANU-PF hamuna munhu anoti ndine munhu wangu. MuZANU-PF mune vanhu vomusangano weZANU-PF. So, our unity must be guarded and defended at all costs. Meanwhile, you must be alive to the fact that you now carry a weighty responsibility together with other wings and the respective departments of the party to contribute to the empirical and the factual analysis of the state of the party. Equally, you must be ready to help craft proactive strategies for the strengthening of our party. We must be a constantly learning and improving party. Going forward, the party should now speedily consolidate its gains, its dominancy, and its popularity as a result of this new league of revolutionaries. You are a tried and a tested comrades who have gone through the mill of the revolution. In this regard, let us stay the course by ensuring that our ongoing modernization and industrialization agenda continues to bear fruits. Our philosophy, Nyika, Ego, Ilizwe, Ugubusage, Hallelujah. Saka makavona va Second Republic tichivaka mbuyanani mutangundum kuratidza kuti nyika inovakwa nevene vayo, inyika yenhaka yatakasirwa nevakainda. Ndo mucherechedzo wamunoona uyu. There is no them and us among our people. We are all in the development train together. Tiri muchitima chimwe. Mukati mechitima umu, kana chichinda uku, kugova varifamba muchitima vachinda uku, vanenge vachinda kwachinoenda, nyange vachifamba vari mukati vachinda uku. Saka iwe neni tine basa rekuchitima chiri kuinda kufamba uchinda usafamba uchinda kuchitima uchinda. We brought about democracy and independence against all odds. As war veterans, we should equally help inspire our society towards the realization of a modern society characterized by broad-based empowerment and prosperity for all. Our voices must be heard and actions seen towards driving our national development agenda. Being on the terraces is not in our nature. We must see where we are this year. And the next year, we must not be where we were last year. We must move on. It is therefore incumbent on all fellow comrades and the entire War Veterans League to take an active role in the various programs and projects being championed by the Second Republic, we should ride on the devolution and decentralization agenda to further empower our people as masters of their own destination. I commend our farmers and the various stakeholders for the successful 2022 winter wheat program, which has seen us surpass set targets. This hard work has resulted in our country realizing self-sufficiency in wheat, makorokoto. I should mention that for us to appreciate makore ose aya patairima gorosi taiti kana tagona kurima gorosi tinokwanisa kuita mwedzi mitatu yegorosi ratinorima muno munyika, asi imwe mwedzi mipfumbamwe 9 months taitenga gorosi kubva kuUkraine. Sezvinei takatanga kuronga kuti aiwa tinofanira kurima gorosi rinotikwanira tisingatori kuUkraine, tisati taziva kuti kuUkraine kuchaita nyakanyaka. Saka gore rino gorosi ratinaro ndere mwedzi 10 nemwedzi mitatu. Zvinobvira kuti we have enough wheat for the year plus 1 month. Tetapinda mukurima zvakare, saka kuronga ukoka. As we enter into the 2022-2023 summer cropping season, I challenge you to mobilize all our communities to participate in the Pfumvudza Intwasa program, among other schemes. Together in unity and through hard, honest work, let us register yet another bumper harvest this coming 2022-2023 summer cropping season. Our ZANU-PF government will continue to support our farmers. My dear comrades, I call upon the war veterans yourselves, other wings of the party, and the nation as a whole to jealously safeguard, preserve, and promote the enduring peace in the country, unity and stability and harmony within our country. As we move closer to the holding of the harmonized general elections, let us all ensure that our people say no to violence, no to hate speech, and a no to the denigration of our beloved motherland, Zimbabwe. Tinavo vamwe vanoti kana avete anongorota kuti zvino ndingatuka senyika yokwangu. Kana amuka ari mumba make hatina ndava naye kuti atituka. Mukadzi wake achinzwa kana murume wake achinzwa ari mubhedroom, asi kana angoti panze oti pamberi neZANU-PF, pamberi neZANU-PF. Kana adere mazuva akanowedzekwa munyika inotengwa navatema. Let us also reject regionalism and tribalism, among other social ills that divide us. First and foremost, we are Zimbabweans. We are a diverse but one people. We may have tsika dzakasiyana, asi we are all Zimbabweans. We are all one. We must respect each other. Zimbabwe is one unitary state and an indivisible sovereign nation, from Zambezi to Limpopo, from Plumtree to Mutare. We all sing one national anthem. We all fly one national flag. Hakuna flag yoku Bite Bridge, hakuna yoku Chirundu. Hakuna national anthem yoku Plumtree, hakuna national anthem yoku Mutare. Kwese koko one national anthem, one flag. Zimbabwe. No person, organization, or amount of challenges should ever be allowed to divide us. It is only when we are united, peaceful, and live in harmony that we will realize sustainable development and the Zimbabwe we all want. Hapana nyika inovakwa vanhu vachirwa. Tinonzwa kuti kuna nyaya yokuti pane vaivaka vachivaka kuda kuinda vaivaka chiye vaivaka kuda kuenda kudodengere. Mwari ndokungoti kanda ndimi dzakasiyana. Umwe nomotara ndimi yakuziva kuti anokumbira chitinha ndoupi, anokumbira mvura ndoupi, hazvina kuvakika. Saka zvinoda kuti vanhu vagare vakabatana vachinzwanana kuti muvake nyika. Finally, comrades, congratulations once again for a successful conference. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our sister revolutionary parties and other organizations for the messages of solidarity and goodwill and best wishes. ZANU-PF stands committed to deepen cooperation with all progressive organizations throughout the world and parties within our forum of former liberation movements and on the African continent and beyond. Comrade delegates, as you go back to your respective provinces and districts, let us all focus our energies towards the immediate sacred task of mobilizing and galvanizing our revolutionary party, ZANU-PF, towards a resounding victory in the 2023 harmonized general elections. Carry with you to the people the message that ZANU-PF is strong and alive. It is kicking. Kana usina rupau rezanu-PF inokukala. ZANU-PF is united. ZANU-PF delivered independence, and it is surely delivering a higher quality of life for the people of Zimbabwe. Tell them that ZANU-PF is victorious and that Zimbabwe will forever be safe. Zimbabwe will forever be safe in the hands of ZANU-PF. And ZANU-PF is unstoppable. Ndianangamira mberi kwezibwe rinonzi ZANU-PF. Unotswanyika. With these remarks, it is now my singular honor and privilege to declare the first War Veterans League Conference officially closed. I wish you all safe journeys as you travel back home. Pamberines ZANU-PF. Pamberines ZANU-PF. Pamberino kubatana. Pamberino kubatana. Pamberine kwarom sangano. Pamberine kwarom sangano. Viva ZANU-PF! Viva ZANU-PF! Pamberino kubatana. Pamberine ZANU-PF. Pamberino kuina my election. Pamberino my war veterans. Pamberino my war veterans. Pamberino my war veterans. Pamberino ZANU-PF. Pamberino kubatana. Pasne Mandu. Thank you very much.